It's the NFL on EA Sports, and everyone's watching Cade Otton. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Buccaneers and the Jets under the lights on Monday night.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And bringing them out, an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
Malachi Corley reels it in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Breece on the ground for the first time. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it a gain of 4, and now it's 3rd down, and that unlucky 13. Fields out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Coming right is Hall. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Hall once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Fields. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He stopped on the return at the 27. So here now are the Buccaneers on offense to begin their first drive. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1 picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
They're going to throw. First play with Mayfield. Completes this one to Otton. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Second and 3 now. To give for the first time to Rashad White. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Into traffic, complete.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 45 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jets football. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. That's brought in by Lazard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw for Fields. Able to find Corley. And he gets this forward to the 19.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Another throw for Fields. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Corley reels it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down. Fields now on 3rd. This throw is caught. And this one does not go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. Got his target, it's Otten. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Mayfield now, blitz coming. Irving hauls it in. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Jets out to begin another drive. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They start the drive with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
The give on second to Hall. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Irving here from the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Once again, Irving. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Baker now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. He throws a bullet deep into a crowd, and intercepted! Sauce Gardner with the INT. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hall. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Field throwing here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys got a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like the DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
He has it at the 33. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This one's taken in by Otten. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He's got Godwin working that sideline. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Play fake. It's Mayfield. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And that gives them 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Baker throwing again. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Mayfield to throw again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now here comes the New York offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go right back to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Fields out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up. Austin McNamara on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Tried to find Mike Evans with that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Mayfield now from the gun. Hauled in by Godwin. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Ball takes it straight ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. And he's got a free play here. He fires one deep down the left sideline.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Automatic first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running it after the penalty. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Jets pushing for a score before the break. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Keeps on moving into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow their lead just before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Jets make it a 10-point ball game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They're down 13-3 as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. On target to Godwin. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Quincy Williams making the tackle. From the 30 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Completes this one to Otten. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. First down, here's Baker. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. From the 19. The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. Still sticking with the passing game. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Jets make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, Well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. So at the end of 2, the Jets really playing road warriors here. They've got the lead. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Will McDonald there on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Baker now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, it's a give to White. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Complete out to the right. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They start the half with a give to Hall. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Touchdown, New York! The Jets push their lead further to start the half. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets take a 3-possession lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Buccaneers, down receiver Chris Godwin, getting set for another go. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They put a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, it's Mayfield. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They motion the tight end over. 2nd down, Mayfield to pass. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's Baker to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. The give now to White. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 6 yards the pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Here's Baker. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Baker now. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Hall running between the tackles. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This is Lazard working the right side. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one gains 7. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. The Jets have it with a lead to start the 4th, but the win's not secure quite yet. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Fields out of the gun. Able to find Corley. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Running this with Hall. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Now Fields. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain. Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense running out in need of 2 quick scores.
The Buccaneers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Mayfield now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Baker throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Caught near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
And he's brought down up across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw. Here's Fields. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got it at the 24. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. First down, here's Baker. On target to Godwin. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. They send him left out of the slot. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, Mayfield. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers trail by a field goal. And it's a nickel look from the Jets. 3rd down. He'll throw it. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And they're going to stay in chase mode, down by 3.
Kate, he's going to need a lot of support from his teammates after that one because he knows it. Everybody knows it. The game may have rested on that try, and that'll be one that's tough not to dwell on.
The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Bronk, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Hall once more, and they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Setting up to pass. Connecting on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. Their punter making his way out now. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. They left a few on the table their last time out, Bronx, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Jets offense now set to take over. They can go ahead and just kneel things away. No timeouts remaining to stop them. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. This will be a nice win for the Jets, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Jets, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.